Hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome back to another movie review. Today I'm gonna be reviewing Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and as usual I'm quickly gonna go through the story of this movie to tell you in short what this movie is all about. Then I'm gonna share my own opinions and thoughts about this movie, so in case you didn't watch it, one big spoiler alert across the screen. And yeah guys, just click away from this video to avoid spoilers and come back after you watch a movie if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to, it's totally okay. But if you really are interested in my opinions and thoughts about this movie right now, then stay with me till the end of this video and let's get started. Alright guys, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is a movie that's been released last year in 2023, and it's adventure slash action type of a movie, and I'm pretty sure you actually all heard of Indiana Jones at least once, or you played some of Indiana Jones games or watched some of Indiana Jones movies. It's just such a cult classic that I personally grew up with, and I was a really huge fan of Indiana Jones when I was a kid. I watched all of Indiana Jones movies multiple times, and I even played some Indiana Jones games a lot. And my father was born in 1970, and he loved Indiana Jones when he was a kid. He used to tell me stories where he played around with his friends as Indiana Jones. You know, they were pretending to be Indiana Jones as kids, and you know, he kind of transacted that Indiana Jones fan core to me. So it was really cool to listen to him telling the stories about Indiana Jones and how he liked it as a kid, because the first three Indiana Jones movies were released in 1980s. And in 2023 we got Indiana Jones The Dial of Destiny, which once again follows our legendary character Henry Jones, which is once again played by legendary Harrison Ford. And the movie starts off with a scene of Indiana Jones having beef with Nazis over some artifact. He's trying to stop them from stealing this artifact that they want to gift Hitler. And while doing so, he realizes that that artifact is actually fake, and instead of that he finds this Jürgen Voller, which is the main villain in this movie, and he's also like a Nazi scientist, and he has this other artifact called Archimedes dial, and he ends up actually stealing that artifact from him. And then a later movie cuts to the 1969, where Henry Jones is getting retired from the university, and he's teaching students history in a classroom in his final school days, you know. And you can see him being very depressed. You know, he's very sad from some reason. You don't really figure out why at first, and that's where he gets approached by Helena Shawn, which is his goddaughter, and he tells her that he didn't see her in a long time. You know, they start to have a conversation, and then she tells him that she was at school listening to him talking about the Archimedes dial, and you know, she starts to tell him that she was exploring it a lot because her father, who was obviously Indiana Jones's godfather, was very interested in that artifact, and he even ended up losing his life and mind over that artifact, which is why Indiana took it and hid it from him. So now Helena wants to go and search for that dial once again, and she kind of can't get Indiana to do it at first. You know, he tells her it's not really a good idea, you know, and then she later tells him what she find out about it, and then he kind of gets interested, and that's where the whole new adventure starts. Actually, it starts right off because as they're having that conversation, they're being followed by these agents that end up murdering people around the town, and they start to hunt down Helena and Indiana Jones, and they both have to run for their lives. And basically from the start of the movie they're fighting over that dial, and then later Henry realizes that that's actually Volger, the Nazi he had a beef with during the World War II. He's back, he's still alive, and he wants his dial back. And the reason why he wants that dial back is because he believes that the dial can, you know, change the destiny, or, you know, you can time travel with it actually, and he wants to go back in time and change the course of history. And Henry Jones just can't allow that to happen, so the entire new adventure starts. They go all around the world looking for clues, and they try to find the second piece of that Archimedes dial. They actually manage to find it in the end. They put it together, and it actually does show them this like hole in the sky that you can get through and just time travel. And they even end up doing that with the Nazis, so they're constantly competing through the entire movie who's first gonna get to this dial. Obviously, Indiana Jones wants to get his hands on it before the Nazis. Nazis also want to get their hands on it before Indiana Jones, because they got different interests about it. Indiana Jones obviously wants to put it in the museum, and you know it's just classic Indiana Jones beef between good and bad guys. It's just a classic plot. They kept it the old ways, and they even end up time traveling to the Roman Empire times, where they meet with Archimedes, who was the guy who made the dial, and that's when Indiana realizes why he had a wristwatch inside a tomb, because wristwatch didn't even exist in that time. So he realized that they actually already met, and he only realizes that when he time travels. So that was some very interesting plot, and it was very well done. And in short, that's the entire story of Indiana Jones. I forgot to mention that through the movie you figure out that his son died. He's very depressed. His wife divorced him. In the end, everything ends well, and his wife comes back to him, and the movie ends with a scene of two of them kissing, and it's a happy ending. He's been to another adventure. He saved the world once again from the evil Nazis. There was also a scene where you think that Indiana Jones is gonna get stuck in this ancient Roman Empire and die over there. And for a moment I thought, okay, this is actually going to happen. And I was like, what? Am I gonna see Indiana Jones go like this? Fuck no. They pranked us very well over there. Luckily it didn't happen. But that was one of the moments in the movie when they kind of really got me with the emotions, because I've been watching this character through the entire franchise, and like I said, since my childhood days, and I was like, is this how Indiana Jones is gonna end? And they didn't end it that way, so luckily, that was close, but they got me really good there. And I really like how they did that. They pranked the viewers so well. That was very well done. And time travel was something that I did not expect from an Indiana Jones movie. So that was very fun and very well done. I really enjoyed that idea. Whenever I thought, like, what else can they make Indiana Jones movie about, I could never possibly think they would make it about time travel. And it was great. I freaking loved the idea and how they done it. It was great. It's actually a very simple story, and if you watch the movie, you don't have to think a lot. Everything is very well explained. Everything is very flawless. Everything is very well directed. You can understand everything. So there are even some character like Antonio Banderas. I mean, it's the actor that plays Ronaldo, which is another character in the movie. It was very interesting to see Antonio Banderas once again in the movie, and some older characters from old Indiana Jones movies show up, and these old actors, and it's really fascinating to see them still performing so well. I think Harrison Ford did very well, good job playing Indiana Jones, and that man actually starts to surprise me with his movies. Every time I think, alright, this man is getting really old now and he can't really act anymore, he just releases a new movie, and boom, it's Indiana Jones. So it's crazy. This actor has a lot of energy, I'd say. He's very fascinating to me, despite his age. Even though the kind of issue that I had with the Dial of Destiny is that action felt like downgraded. They nerfed it a lot. You can't really see Indiana Jones really fighting Nazis flawlessly anymore, beating them up or whatever. Maybe in the first scene where he is looking young, I guess they use CGI over there to do that, obviously. But when the movie cuts to the present and you actually see old Harrison Ford and old Indiana Jones. From there is no that much fighting action from his side, and I guess they did that purposely to show that Indiana Jones is not really a young person anymore. You know, he got old and he's now slower and older, and you know, it's harder for that actor to perform these action scenes, and I actually like that from one side, and from the other side I kinda missed the old, you know, Indiana Jones that was badass and just beating up Nazis. And there is not a lot of that in Dial of Destiny. He's more focused on like chases with motorbikes and running from Nazis. And there is a scene where he shoots a gun, or like he's more focused on these adventure scenes where he's looking for clues. You know, there is not a lot of, you know, fighting action. That's what I realized. Which is okay, once again, despite the age of an actor, I think they did that purposely, and it kind of fitted well with the movie. And I honestly felt like this was a great finale to a franchise. I don't think they should make any more Indiana Jones movies. I think they should end it here. This was a perfect finale. The movie was very fun to watch. And honestly, it's one of these adventure movies that will stay with me in my mind, you know, for a long time. And I'm, like I said, big fan of Indiana Jones. And it's good. It's good to watch. It's fun to watch. Movie is not boring or anything. There is a lot of things that you teach through the movie. You know, it has a nice message behind it. For example, Helena is a character who is very focused about becoming famous and rich from finding that Archimedes dial. And then Henry explains to her how, you know, there is nothing really that important about getting rich or whatever. You know, it's about living the life. You know, it has a nice message behind the movie, and what you would expect from these type of movies, and they did it very well, and they kept in that whole Indiana Jones vibe, and the soundtracks and the camera angles, the action, everything just feels like those old school Indiana Jones movies. So they kept the core of the movie, the flow of the movie, cinematography the same way, which is something I liked. I liked it a lot. And definitely, if you're a fan of Indiana Jones movies, I'm pretty sure you're gonna like the Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. It's definitely a movie that's worth watching. It's definitely a movie that's fun to watch, which is the most important about it. This is the movie that you want to watch for fun, and that's it. And that's definitely what this movie delivered. It even hit at some points above my expectations, so I don't really have anything negative to say about this movie. I can't be too critical about it because it was very good, and I actually really enjoyed it. I actually sat on my couch here and just enjoyed the movie. It's one of those chill adventure movies you watch for fun. It's great. I loved it. Oh yeah, there is also a new first-person Indiana Jones game on the way. It's just recently got its gameplay trailer, and I watched it, and it's awesome, and I'm so excited about it, and it's also something that I can't wait to get my hands on. So yeah, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this movie review. If you did, then go ahead and leave a like, share, comment, or subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's totally okay. You can also visit my Facebook page and follow me there. Link is down below in the description. Also, you can visit my Instagram profile and follow me over there as well if you want. Link is also down below in the description. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate all of your support and everything you've done for me and my channel so far. You're amazing. I love you, and I'll definitely see you in the next videos. Chris out.